Hi everybody, Pam Leverins, your masterful mentor here. I am known as the Brick Wall Coach, and I bring clarity and confidence and a focused plan for your success. That is what I work with you as a business owner on, so that you have a good vision of where you are going and exactly what it is that you are planning to do on how to get there. All right, today I am going to talk about project management. Now, project management, there are professional project managers, but I want you to know that every business owner is a project manager. There are various things in your business that you need to have a good handle on, and those things include organization and collaboration. Organization is basically just you having an organized business. You want to be able to get up in the morning and know exactly what your tasks are for the day, what it is that you need to accomplish, and how you are going to accomplish that. Collaboration would be working with your various team members, if you have any, or with your clients or customers, depending on what type of business that you own. Making sure that you have an open line of communication with them is so super important to the success of your business. The second thing is it allows you to reach your objectives faster, meaning that you have your goals lined, all planned out and lined up in front of you. And in order to reach those, you want to be able to have a very good visual of what it is that you need to do. All those small steps in between the starting of a goal all the way up through the completion of the goal. And a project management system is going to give that to you. The third thing is cost tracking, and that's pretty important to you as a business owner, to make sure that you have a budget in place and that you are using the budget wisely, spending money on the items that you need to spend the money on, and not going over the amount of money that you have set up for each individual project, plan, whatever it is that you need. The fourth thing is time tracking. Time tracking is super important to you, again, as a business owner, because there are only a certain number of hours in each day, and you want to make sure that you are tackling those hours with the best productivity and the best mindset that you possibly can. And in order to achieve that, you kind of have to track your time. You don't want to get lost in, the world of social media. You don't want to be on Facebook for 3 of the 6 hours that you've set aside for working if that is not your intention. Some people use Facebook to find clients and to talk with clients and to do Facebook Lives or do presentations for people, and that's fine. But you don't want to get lost an additional 2 hours a day in there just chit-chatting with people and not accomplishing the goals that you have set up. So you want to make sure that you have a really good project management system in place so that you can track the time that you're spending on each of these projects. And they will all be projects that move your business forward. That is what you're concentrating on. And then the fifth area is evaluation. It's always good to do a look back. Generally, if you do a look back once a week to make sure that you are still on track, and if you've gone a little bit off track, you'll know exactly where you need to fix it so you can get back on track and get working towards those goals again. And having a project management system is very useful for helping you evaluate that. So those are the five main reasons why you would want a project management system. And then, of course, there's various levels of project management systems. And a lot of us try to do this on paper, which is fine, but they have some really good software applications that you can use. So I am just going to pull up my notes here. All right, so some of the project management software um, applications that I wanted to talk about today are these are all ones that I have either tried out in my own business or I have used for other business owners that I work with, or possibly systems that I looked at to see if they would be a good fit for me or other business owners. And the first one is Rike. It's WRIKE. And you can find out more information about that by simply looking at any of these systems, by simply looking them up online. But Rike has won the 2017 Best Project Management Software out there. Now, the Rike system is really set up for true project management, meaning that it isn't more of like a to-do management system. You would actually be setting up bigger projects in this particular system, and it has a very, very good workflow. It's simplified planning at its best. It is not a difficult system to learn how to use, but it is a little bit more complicated than some of the others that are out there. And when I use the word complicated, I mean it's a little bit more intricate. Let's see, some of the things you want to know about Rike. You would use it to gain visibility, to simplify your planning. It enables, of course, collaboration, which is really big in all these systems that I mentioned. It will streamline the workflow. It's used by bigger companies like Airbnb, Verizon, Fitbit, and I believe Hootsuite also uses it. You can, like I mentioned, you can look these things up online, and Rike actually has an online demo that you can watch to see the system in action. And you can get started for free. The cost is free for 5 users with a simple shared task list for small teams, or it's about $10 per user for the professional version. And that would be up to 15 users and includes your full project management planning and collaboration, meaning most of the tools that are available you would have to get through the paid version. The second one I want to mention, and it's worth mentioning because I actually have used this when I was working with some of my clients, it is Smartsheet. Now, Smartsheet is something that I like to call Excel on steroids because it is set up similar to an Excel sheet, but it is so much more. It has basic project management with Gantt charts. You can project with schedule and budget tracking. You can set deadlines, team task lists. Of course, it connects with some of the great apps like G Suite and Dropbox, Box, Evernote, and I believe even DocuSign. So there is a lot of connection with other apps availability in this. This particular system is used by bigger companies like Cisco and Netflix and in Hilton hotels. And again, you can get started with for free with this particular Smartsheet. And then the cost would be $14 a month for individuals that are just coordinating on a project, or $15 a month per user for teams anywhere from 3 to 50. And it's a really super helpful system. I can tell you that I have used it with people in the financial field. For some reason, it's very useful to them. It's kind of a system. Again, like I said, it's set up like an Excel sheet, so it isn't very difficult to learn how to use, but it can get into the more intricate details when you are trying to set up the Gantt charts and some of the other things. Definitely worth a look. The third one I wanted to talk about is Basecamp. And this is a pretty popular project management choice. It offers a simple setup and a pretty short learning curve. And you can organize people and tasks and monitor everything right from the beginning as soon as everything is set up with not a lot of effort. It has things like an interactive Gantt chart, project templates for you. It does have the to-do list, recurring tasks, forecasting, tracking project hours, messaging, and you can get this for $29. Yeah, $29 a month or $59 a month, depending on what level that you need. I will tell you that I looked into Basecamp. It was not exactly what I needed for my needs, but I could see where it would suit other people, so definitely worth a look. The next one is teamwork projects. Teamwork projects I actually started out with when I began my business knowing that I needed a project management system, and I used it for about the first full year. Um, and it does have a lot of features that help you manage a project from start to finish. But now we're moving into more of a very good collaboration tool to use with your clients rather than just a strict project management tool. And although it does manage projects very well, I found that it was a more useful tool for staying in touch and collaborating with my clients. It does do time tracking. It tracks your progress. You can create milestones. You get status updates. One of my favorite features about this is the SSL security, similar to what banks use. It is free forever with a 5-user maximum and only 2 active projects at a time. Otherwise, it's $9 a month per user for up to 100 users and unlimited projects. So go ahead and check out Teamwork Projects. I think that might be something useful for you. The next one I wanted to talk about is Asana. Now, Asana is not that robust of a overall project management system, but it's ideal for task and project management type together, meaning the collaboration piece is very good in this. And it features things like bridging to your email, task list that includes tracking. You can get notifications and reminders. It does have an iPhone app. It is good at project and task creation. It helps you get stuff done. It did win the 2017 Great User Experience Award, and it's free for teams up to 15 users, and it has that comes with the basic dashboard, and then it's $9.99 for the premium that gives you just much more flexibility and allows you to use more of what it has. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is Trello. And Trello is the system that I use in my own business. It is a leading project management app, but again, it leans more towards the project management and collaboration tool hand in hand rather than just a strict project management. Trello uses the concept of boards, and each board is considered a project. Um, The reason that I chose to use it in my business is because it is extremely visual, and I love visual. I like to see the little cards lined up, the actual boards. I put different backgrounds on depending on what the overall project is that I'm working on. And it has been my go-to system for about 2 years now. Let's see. So on those boards, if you open up the board, which is your project, inside each board, you are able to use what's called cards. And each of those cards actually represent a task. So each card that contains the list or the task, it can be used to track the project, the progress of the overall project, or you can just use it to categorize things. Some of the things about Trello, it allows members of the board to discuss a project in real time. You're able to tag members of the board just by using the little @ symbol, and the message gets sent right to them. And if they're online at that particular moment, they'll get the alert. Otherwise, it just goes to their email. Um, but they'll get the alert, and if they're on and ready to talk about it, they can message you right back. So I really like that feature. It was really easy to learn and to set up. It's got a drop and drag function. So on my cards, if I have them arranged out in front of me, but I decide that a particular task needs to go on a different card, you're able to just pick it up and drop it where it belongs. Let's see, you can use labels, and that enables searching and filtering, just makes it a lot easier for things. It does give you deadline reminders. There's checklists, which you can track your progress on. The one thing that I do not like about it, I have talked to the people at Trello about it, and I believe many other people have as well, because they are working on this. But if you were to make a checklist and assign a due date, you can only assign one due date per card. And we all know that a lot of times these checklists have different due dates. So one way that I get over this hurdle is that I assign the due date to the first task on the list, and then once that's checked off, I have to remember to change the due date so that the next task will get done on time. You can easily assign the tasks, and again, it uses that SSL encryption like banks do, which is really useful. Something else that I really like about it is you can easily add files to the cards, either from your computer or OneDrive or a Dropbox or Google Drive. That's a really nice feature. And then it is free for unlimited boards with basic integrations. And then they have a business class, which is $9.99 a month. And that includes unlimited power-ups, which are just the integrations with your other apps, custom board backgrounds that I like to use, stickers, and of course you get priority email support. So I hope that this was helpful in showing you how important it is to have a project management system for you internally, just in your own business, even if you don't want to use it to collaborate with team members or clients or anything else. It's a great thing to integrate into your business. And hopefully you learned some of the project management systems that are out there. There are so many of them. I just mentioned a few that I have gone over and checked out myself. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.